All right, are we on? Are we here? I'll just wait and check. I hope we are. Well, hello, my little beauties, and welcome to this live stream. I think we've got a picture. So this is going to be another live coding sesh. I'm speaking to you on Friday, 19th of November, and I'm going to kick this one off, if I may, with what I think is quite an important announcement. And it's to do with Tron Gate mostly, and just where we are. I'll probably send this to members of Speed Coding Academy. So yesterday was a monumental day, and thanks again to Gear for his incredible donation, and Apophis, and indeed Claudia for their submissions to the module market. Now, this whole ecosystem of ours has been 3 years of my life. And the plan, as recent as last night, I posted a message and I says, you're going to see me in front of the camera and, you know, we'll do the launch and everything. Well, I've decided maybe not, because let me just tell you the way that I see this, right? Tron Gate works. It's up. It's done. The module market is working. And there's new modules now going to be getting uploaded daily. Just this morning I saw one coming on board, and it's not live yet, but you'll see it's from another one of our members, and it's fantastic. And it's very clear to me that we have got some incredible developers in our midst here. Certainly way better than me. And what I realised is, well, I woke up and there was a couple of things. When I saw the quality of the stuff being submitted, I thought, holy cow, this is brilliant. And then I thought to myself, well, what is a launch? What signifies that's us launched? And I figured, you know what signifies the thing being launched? Me ringing this bell. Is my camera on here? Hang on, let's see if we can get it. Oh, great, my camera's not going to work. Here we go. Is it happening? Well, maybe not. Anyway, I have a little bell here, and I'm going to ring it, right? So, there you go. That's the thing launched. And I don't think that the launch of Tron Gate requires me standing in front of a camera wearing a white coat and, you know, behaving as if I'm the man from Del Monte. The fact is, we are launched. And truth be known, this framework has been in a pretty good state for about 2 years. So, last night, somebody got in touch and asked about Speed Coding Academy, and I'm going to get in touch with that person today or tonight. And they'd said, I'm really interested in joining. And I have this thing going on where I've said, if you join before the launch, you become a founding member or an early adopter. And these things have significant benefits, which we won't go into. Now, I think we've got about 102 early birds and founding members at this point, and congratulations if you're one of them. But there comes a point when we have to draw the line, when we have to say, that's us, we're launched. And I have decided that that time is now. So I will be contacting that person who got in touch, and I'll say thanks, and I hope you come on board Speed Coding Academy. But the early birds and the early adopter thing is gone. A line has to be drawn, because we are now officially launched. Now, of course, some of you would have no doubt been looking forward to having a wee video where I run people through Tron Gate, maybe talk about some of the problems with the other frameworks and all of that. I think that's going to be a cool video, and I'm looking forward to doing that as well. However, one of the things that I realised yesterday, we had, I believe, 2 or 3 Laravel developers on and a Symfony developer on. And at one point, it was just all out framework wars. I was on swearing like a drunken sailor. There was all sorts of ridiculous arguing back and forward. It was ridiculous. And then I launched the new desktop app. And I launched a module or two, and I did a demonstration. And the Symfony guy, the Symfony developer, said something that probably nobody even noticed, but I noticed. And it made a huge difference. And you know what the Symfony developer said? Congratulations. He congratulated me. And as for the Laravel developers, they just went quiet. And I'm not saying that in some kind of mocking way or anything. On the contrary, I'm saying they were cool. And so, what seems clear to me, ladies and gentlemen, is that I almost changed the name of my YouTube channel to The Angry Developer, you know, because I seem to always be arguing with other developers lately. But what seems clear to me at this point in time is that the success of this ecosystem is not going to happen because I came on and started arguing, you know. No. If we're going to make any kind of a dent in this industry, it's going to be because of the stuff that we have. And moreover, the intellectual assets that you, the community, have produced. And what a great community we have. Do you know there's a Trongate VS Code extension? It's had over 500 downloads made by Simon Field and Jake Castelli. Every single review is a 5-star review. I had nothing to do with it. I wouldn't even know how to build one. But it's there and it's awesome. We have Smitty working on some stuff. We have modules coming in, modules to the left, modules to the right. That's what's going to make the difference with this ecosystem. Not me coming on arguing and saying your framework sucks. It's time for us to grow up. Time for me, actually. And it's time for us to get this thing working. Now, as we look at the module market here, I have, for example, a reviews section here, but it doesn't even work. I'm going to fix it today, but we have no reviews. We also have a news section, which is pretty much empty. It's going to need about 20 articles before it looks decent. And of course, we've got this brand new module market, which so far has only got about 5 or 6 modules on it, maybe 7. Now, back to the question, what is a launch? Well, I've already told you, it's me ringing the bell. I could go in front of the camera tonight. I could put on my white coat, a little bit of canoe fake tan, and I could do a little presentation. I've got 2,000 email addresses of developers who joined the Insider Club. It was a site I made a few years ago. Now, I'm an idiot because I had 5,000 people in that club, and unfortunately I've lost some emails. But I've got 2,000. This video, today, this video that you're watching, is going to get about 300 views over the next 2 weeks. Not many. It's going to get about 300 views, right? When I make my here's the new thing video or whatever, or introducing Trongate or whatever, when I launch that video, it's going to get an initial, and I can say it pretty confidently, it's going to get about an initial 1,000 views, which is hopefully, it's not much, but hopefully it's enough to start a little fire and get something going. Now, just to state the obvious, we get one crack of the whip. You don't get a chance to launch a framework twice. Right now, if I search on Google, nobody knows about this framework. Nobody even knows it's here. Just a tiny, well, nobody, us, tiny amount of people. But when that email goes out, to those 2,000 developers, then the word will be out. Then you're going to see people doing YouTube videos and hopefully tweeting about it, and we'll be on the map. When that time comes, does it not make sense to have a thriving module market with tons of reviews? Does it not make sense to have a news section that's packed with all the news that people can just get lost in? Does it not make sense to have all of the bugs ironed out and have versions of the desktop app available for Windows, Mac, Linux, and even Raspberry Pi? Thank you, Simon. I think all of that makes perfect sense. We get one crack of the whip, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we get. Now, my decision is clear. We are launched. We are launched as of now. A line must be drawn, and it is time. It is time to move on to the next chapter. Now, there are bound to be, I mean, I don't know how many lines of code are involved with this, but it has to be, the whole ecosystem, it has to be close to 500,000 lines of code, right? If you count everything we've done. And there are bound to be little bugs and glitches and just wee bits and pieces that could be done better, right? I would like to take the time to do those things before I email those 2,000 developers. Furthermore, I've promised all of the people at Speed Coding Academy that for the first 30 days, you shall be the only people who have the right to upload modules to this marketplace. Nobody else. In fact, I'm not even going to upload any. I've added a few to get started, but I'm not going to upload any modules during that 30-day period. My friends, those of you who are in Speed Coding Academy, I'm telling you that the keys to the playground are yours. So I hope that you take advantage of that, because if you take a comparable site, take Code Canyon for example, where you can buy PHP scripts, right? Code Canyon does not have automatic installers, frameworks and YouTube videos and all of this cool stuff. And yet, there are certain libraries on Code Canyon that if you look at the amount of downloads and you look at the price, you do a little multiplication, they've brought in over $500,000. It's right there. It's all published. And so I think that the idea of being able to get first crack at that, where the shop is empty. I mean, there's a lot. Look at e-commerce, empty. There's so much here at all of these empty. I'm sure there'll be more categories added, by the way. To have the keys to the Lamborghini is a fantastic thing. So, my own decision is clear. And this is a change of mind. I posted something very late last night and I was going to go in front of the camera and all of that stuff. Instead, I'm going to fix this reviews section. I'm going to start writing news articles. And I'm going to produce a video that's going to go on YouTube called How to Produce Modules for the Tron Gate Module Market. I'm going to teach all of you folks how you can have your own code added to this great ecosystem of ours. Look at that fantastic news module. Isn't it fantastic, Ola? I'm going to show you how to add this kind of stuff. And let me warn you in advance, once you've added a few modules, it can be a little bit addictive. So we are going to have that 30-day period. And the 30 days has not started. The 30 days starts the day after my YouTube video goes up that says how to add modules to the Trongate module market. I'm giving all of you at Speed Coding Academy 30 days from that point to add your modules, and add them well. Add them well. Once that 30 days is up, we are going to have a thriving module market. I think we're going to have a module a day, actually. I think a module a day is on. And at that point, there's going to be tons of reviews. There's going to be a packed news section. Probably going to be a few glitches that I don't even know about yet. No doubt they'll show up and they'll all be fixed. And at that point, the email to those 2,000 and odd developers goes out. And when they show up, they're going to be blown away. They are going to be blown away. Let's not call it a launch. Let's call it a celebration. So that's the plan. So now you know. And I think that's about us. I'll just say a couple of words about Speed Coding Academy as well. Because somebody did get in touch. Was it Paul? Hello, Paul, if that's you watching. Speed Coding Academy is... well, I'm biased, but I think it's the best web development training out there. Because it gives you... It's the only course I can find that gives you full client-ready, large-scale commercial projects. By far the most comprehensive training on things like online shops, building a members website, building a video streaming platform, dealing with databases with over 5 million lines of code. There's a lot of stuff. In fact, let me show you it. Why not just show you Speed Coding Academy here? So, okay. Now, I should do this. Alright. So, okay. Well, okay. We are going to have a wee look at this thing here. Alright. So this is Speed Coding Academy. And the way that it works, and I'll zoom you in a wee bit. The way that it works is there's training material here covering HTML, CSS, PHP, blah, 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 blah. And you go through all of the stuff. It teaches you from ground zero. By the way, the most important video is video 1 of module 1. That's the most important video of all of Speed Coding Academy. It's only about 7 minutes long. But that video pretty much tells you everything. So then we go through the training. Now there are projects here. There's a few of them, in fact. But once you've finished the training, then you go on to the bigger projects. Now, these are all simple. These projects can be done in 2 minutes. But once we start getting on to things like build your own WordPress, build an online jewelry shop, build a Speed Coding Academy clone, build a static site generator, build a website that uses machine learning, a car ordering system. These are huge, huge, big projects here. And I think there's about 400 videos on this entire site. It took me a very long time to do this. However, there are 1 or 2 parts of this that need to be updated. Specifically, the area with the Tron Gate framework. At the time when I recorded these videos, I was actually, in fact, I hadn't even finished the framework. And many times I would be building something for the very first time and then hitting record and doing a video and saying, here's how you update records. It was insane. It was insane. And I think it comes across in the video, if I'm being honest. Now, we have a beautiful, very stable and nice ecosystem that is here for the long run. I'm not going to rewrite it. There's not going to be a version 2 or anything, at least not anytime soon. So I would like to go back and redo this module here. I would also like to redo these projects. Now these ones here, I can do them in minutes, but some of the bigger projects are going to take a while. And the main reason I want to redo them is because I think I can do them a bit faster. One of the main changes I've made is that I'm no longer using third-party libraries. We have our own ecosystem And that includes JavaScript, CSS, and obviously PHP. Now, I'm not saying don't use third-party libraries. If you want to use them, that's great. Use them, love them, good for you. But I am done building stuff. For example, when I finished the Speed Coding Academy clone, a huge video, I teach every AWS CloudFront, it's all here. And when I built it, I was using a thing called Blueprint CSS. And when I finished this massive project, I got in touch with the author of Blueprint. I said, I really love this CSS framework. And regulars will know what happened. The first thing that happened is the guy said, well, wait till you see the next version that's coming out. And I just thought, right, I am done. I am done dealing with third-party libraries. So I'm going to be redoing these projects, but without third-party libraries. If you have gone through the projects, congratulations. You never wasted your time. In fact, arguably, you get a more thorough form of training than anyone else. Congratulations. But I would like to redo these projects without third-party libraries. I think I can do these projects about 30% faster if I ditch the third-party libraries. So this means that Speed Coding Academy, and there's a couple of other little holes in this that I'd like to fill in, right? So Speed Coding Academy is in a sort of transitional state. Now, I'm gonna just be entirely honest. I looked at my message there as I logged in, and somebody had just joined before I started recording this video. I kid you not. So that's going to be the last person, okay? And maybe I'll let that person see this video and offer a refund or whatever. Maybe they won't want to join. But this is now the point where we have to draw the line. If anybody wants to join Speed Coding Academy, that's fine, and thank you. But just know that there are going to be these little parts of this that are going to need updated, and it'll probably take some time, okay? So that's where we are. To summarise, Tron Gate is up. We are launched. I want to just spend the next month populating the news, helping out with this module market. I want people to start adding reviews once I've got it fixed. And I just want to get it in good shape. And at that point, we'll send out, let's not call it a launch, let's call it the celebration video. The title is probably going to be introducing the Trongate PHP framework. And at that point, we are on the map. Remember, my friends, we only get one chance to do this. We only get one chance to launch here. So we might as well make it count. All right, end of announcement. Thank you very much indeed. Given the fact that somebody did just join up for Speed Coding Academy, I'm going to get in touch. I better check in with him. So I'll be back shortly to do the full live stream. In the meantime, stay cool. Please do allow me. Oh geez, I've left this video unlisted. What an idiot. No wonder there's nobody here. Anyway, stay cool, and I will be back shortly.